Hey, how we doing? So, basically, basically, we're here and we're talking about this, and I saw a tweet yesterday. I can't remember who it was from, or no, I saw a tweet this morning. I can't remember who it was from, but it's talking about how there's not going to be a stretch, or there's not going to be a wind up. I'm sorry, there is no wind up in MLB The Show 26, and that is the most unbelievable, unreal thing I have ever heard. I feel like, you can't not have a wind up. Like, I don't know how else to put it. You can't have a baseball game marketed to tons and tons of people. Everyone plays it. Everyone plays the show. Marquee thing, everyone loves the show, whatever. And, I feel really bad right now for anyone who's excited for next year's game. Because there's been a lot of controversy. Let's just say it. There's been so much controversy about what's going to happen with 26. Because I've heard it's going to be pretty bad. I've seen comparisons. MLB The Show 16 down with The Show 26. I don't think that SDS has done much of anything, in my opinion, to change the game from what it is in 25. Like, I'll play this game today. I'll play Battle Royale. And I might never use any of these guys for the rest of the year. And this might be the last time I ever see him in a windup. If they don't bring it back. If they don't, correct course on their decision to do that. Then this may be the only time I ever use a windup with these guys again. And that's sad. That's really, really sad. And I think that, the new game, I'm going to buy it and I'm going to play it like I do every year. But it's sad to me that people are going to spend a lot of money on this game and what they're going to get is not really satisfactory, This guy didn't set his lineup, so that's interesting. Or at least it didn't look like it, I don't know. 86 Patrick Corbin's kind of weird. I think that, the show 26, if you look at the game, he's 25, looks very similar to what 26 is going to look like. I watched the hour-long stream they had, the gameplay stuff, and it looks the exact same as 25, just like 25 looks the exact same as 24. That's just a fact of life at this point, that the show is going to look very similar year by year. I do understand that you've been on a generation of console for, 5 years? This generation, the Series X and PlayStation 5, you've been on that set of consoles for quite a few years. So, obviously, there's only so much you can do to make a game look good. You can only ever make a game look so good given the hardware that, you're offered to build on. I think, a thing they could do is they could make the game on PC. This is something I've been saying for years, but it's been a contact game. It's been a console exclusive for forever. So, of course, that's never really going to happen, I don't think. What is Brent Rooker? Oh, no, that's Brian Reynolds. Okay. I think that, in the case of SDS, there's obviously a way to defend them. I say all these things, but maybe they could fix it, right? I saw Road to the Show. I'm not that excited about it. New college is great. I'm still going to be using one of the colleges from this year. I mean, if you know by the channel name, I'm a Vanderbilt fan, so I'm going to be using Vandy if I even do the college. Sometimes I'll just go to the MLB because don't want to spend all that time. I get that they advanced the thing, but like maybe you could give us an option just fast track to the MLB. But I guess it is a career mode, and that's some people I can almost guarantee you really enjoy that. The way they do career mode in this game. So, road to the show. Why do I keep saying career? I bet guarantee you there's a lot of people that really enjoy the road to the show mode. Wow, he swings looks like Acuna's. Is this Acuna's brother? He kind of looks like him, and his swing does kind of look like his. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah. Like, look, Grayson Rodriguez, next year, maybe if they keep it the way it is, I may never use him out of that windup again. And that's pretty sad to think. It's like, how can a franchise that's been around for forever, before I was born, my parents were still in college, like, how can you take something out of online play, which is where most of your revenue is coming from? Because you make people pay so much money to buy packs and other things. $100 for a deluxe edition of the game. So that's pretty crazy. Thankfully, I get 10% off because I had a digital edition of one of the games. It's $100 to get 4 days early to play the game. Also, you can be the first person to use certain guys, get a better chance at DD. I mean, it is so shocking to me that they've done this to the game. I remember back when I first got it on 21, this game was incredible for the time. I thought that I was playing a game that looked like real life. Honestly, I like how 21 plays better than this game. I'm serious. I'm actually a big fan of the clunkiness of 21, or the clunkiness. What the fuck was that? The clunkiness of 21. You can put that in quotes, but I thought that game played really well 5 years ago, mind you. That's when 21 came out. 5 years ago, before I even was making content. 5 years. And it's looked the same. And you can say this for the PlayStation 4 years. Sir, Diamond Dynasty's changed a ton. For the franchise people, they say new trade logic every year, and it plays the same. I rarely play franchise, but when I do, it plays the same. And I don't even know what to say at this point. Like, how does $1 million+ company do all of this just so they can, actually, just so they can, what? Am I going crazy? I think I'm stupid. I'm of the opinion that MLB The Show should just either one of two things. There's two things they could do. A is you make it a $30 game, and then you make everything a lot more free to earn. I'm speaking from my Diamond Dynasty perspective because that's what I play, right? I don't do stuff with franchise. I don't make content on franchise. I make content on Diamond Dynasty. Secondly, you could either do that, or you could make it MLB The Show, just that's it. You just make it the MLB The Show. Make it a $70 game. You never have to buy a new one, and it's gameplay updates, it's visual updates, it's graphical updates. It's updates to everything. But it's just the same game. You only buy it one time. There, you can make a reason for using a more pay to earn certain things. But I don't know how that'd work content structure, right? Like back to set, would they have to go back to sets and seasons, but like permanent sets and season? Because I feel like there could be an issue there where you're using the same cards for 4 or 5 years. If that was the case, I mean, you can't think of any major sports franchise, at least I can't, that does that. Everyone's a yearly release, so you can make $70 a year. It's the people that are going to buy the game. I mean, they're going to buy the game, right? Your core community is going to buy the game. It's just a guarantee. But other than your core community, I mean, I think that their sales has gone down, or relative to the rest of the community, the sales are down. Sales numbers, I think, are down. So if you're gonna make a game, that you want people to play, then I think that you should at least let the people speak for it and listen to this feedback they've been given from these past couple of days, and the past week, with all the info about 26 coming out. Because I don't think that there was this much controversy when 25 came out. Jesus, Mitch Garber, dude, show some mercy. Anyways, I don't think that there was this much controversy around 25 when it came out. I mean, because, I think the people were a little more excited about the legends. I mean, one new legend with 2 returning legends, and those returning legends, yeah, there's people. Oh my God, what is happening, dude? Okay, but those, I mean, yeah, those returning legends are good, good returning legends, but when your current legend pool is kind of drying up, Tom Hankey's not in the game anymore. They took, who else was it? I'm trying to think of the guys that were in the game in like 23, 22 that aren't in the game anymore, because there's quite a few. Go, Dozier. Go, Ball. Because I think there's quite a few. Jeez, this place is a coffin. I mean, Hankey. No, they brought Lorenzo Cain back this year. I don't know. The guy that I keep thinking of is Tom Hankey, but I know that... Is Mariano in the game anymore? There's one. Is Mariano in the game anymore? I have not seen him if he is. I think he was in the game last year. I don't actually know if he's in the game this year. And he was a marquee legend back 2021 whenever he came back into the game. So, I think that that's pretty crazy if he isn't in the game. He's, like I always said, I thought he was, and now I don't think he is. So, also, I'm going to make a comment on the announcers. Bring Matt Vasgersian back, please. I've said this every chance I've had. Bring Matt Vasgersian back. I don't think that Boog Shambi's done it. I think that he is so much worse than Matty B. And that would maybe make people a little bit more nostalgic for the show if you did bring Matt Vasgersian back. Because that sounds like really awesome. Please put Matt Vasgersian back in the game. Basically, a little recap here. Bring back the windup. Do not get rid of it. If that is true, that they're going to get rid of the windup, then this is going to... The rest of this game, the air of legitimacy around MLB The Show will crumble. And I can guarantee you it will. It would be shocking if they were to get rid of the windup and if they were to stick with that. Mind you, it may not be true, but I know that they're doing that stretch thing, and sure, there's a couple things that are adding to 26. Congratulations. You're putting in 2 2 or 3 things that might make the game slightly better. But in all honesty, just why are we going to get rid of something that's such an integral part of the game in general? Like, and I also saw something about their getting rid of R2. If that's true, if any of this is true, I think they've really ruined this game. I think that they could have made it a lot better this year, and they kind of. I mean, how do I say this? They ruined it. That's all I can really say is that it's not what it used to be. I remember playing 22 and 21 for the first time. I thought those games were great, but now we're on to these 5 years into the game, looking and playing virtually the same, and I'm starting to hear some complaints brewing from people out there, and people are starting to get angry. So that's going to do it for me. I mean, I just want them to fix this. I want them to bring the game back to what it used to be. And hopefully we'll see it next year. I mean, it's gotten so bad, hasn't it? It's so bad.